Dear Taylor, Beyonce, Barbie, and Messi, thank you so much.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just writing a little thank you note to a few of the reasons why the U.S. economy more than doubled in the third quarter. And before I tell you why you may want to get in on this thank you note, let me share with you the blockbuster numbers. The gross domestic product report was just released today, and it found 4.9% growth in the third quarter of this year. That's compared to 2.1% growth in the second quarter of this year. And that means we have now seen 5 straight months of GDP gains. In case you're wondering, gross domestic product, or GDP, is the measurement of the market value of all the final goods and services produced in a specific time period by a country. The GDP is one of the key factors that measures the health and strength of an economy. And when you add this GDP report from today to our super solid jobs market, the fact is, the U.S. economy is really strong right now. But you might be thinking, with the highest interest rates in 15 years and this inflation that we're dealing with and the overall feelings of stress that we have as consumers, how could that be true? How could the economy be so strong? Well, first you have to remember, we are talking about the third quarter. That is July through September. It wasn't the only contributor, but it turns out that we were all spending in those 3 months. The report found the number one reason for this recent GDP growth was consumer spending. And I'm not talking about spending on necessities like food and housing. I'm talking about spending on luxuries like dining out, travel, and yes, experiences. And we were doing it a lot. Enter Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Barbie, and superstar Lionel Messi. Now remember when Americans were shelling out billions of dollars to see Taylor's Eras Tour and Beyonce's Renaissance Tour? Those tickets were hundreds of dollars each, and they were selling out arenas. And people weren't just spending money on the tickets, they were spending money on buying new outfits and hotel stays and restaurants. Not to mention the highest grossing movie of the year, Barbie, which opened in July and has raked in more than $600 million in ticket sales in just the United States. Then there was Lionel Messi, the global soccer superstar who started to play for Inter Miami's team in July. And ever since, fans have been packing not only Miami Stadium, but also the stadiums of the away teams where Messi plays. And those tickets are also hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But travel also picked up in the third quarter. The Federal Reserve says a record 33% of American households took a summer vacation this year, and the TSA recorded 273 million people pass through one of their airport checkpoints from June to mid-September. And all of that contributes to the GDP. Now, it's not all rainbows and puppy dogs. There are some things in this report that could be warning signs for the future. The report found Americans saved less of their incomes in the third quarter, which is a sign that maybe they're going to start to slow spending in the coming quarters. Business investments were also stalled, and there are fears that the extended high interest rates and wars in Ukraine and the Middle East, if they drag on especially, could really put a strain on our economy in the coming quarters.